What's going on? This is Alex Lexus, the man, the myth, the juggernaut, hitting you with the head crush. And I'm driving to work at the corporate office today, handling some business. But I actually wanted to touch on some things tonight. Trying to get Thumb Thrasher Gaming with us. I know Geeking Out will be returning from a project that he's probably flying in today. But we'll get that squared away. But in any case, I wanted to address something that I saw right as I was getting dressed and showering and shaving and all that. Because I do listen to other YouTubers and whatnot, because I'm a fan myself of other channels. And there was something that on the playlist that came to mind in reference to Ninja Theory being bought out by Microsoft. Now, I was a bit in shock. And that was a definite, I don't know if that was a desperate measure from Microsoft to get a powerhouse studio under their belt, because as you know, they now have 5 brand new in-house studios, that they added to their portfolio. And with that being said, I think that Microsoft's attempt, because Ninja Theory, don't get me wrong, me and my former partner used to roast them over the Devil May Cry reboot design, but the game played well. It looked good. It's just Dante's design was stupid. That's the only issue I had with the game. Enslaved, Heavenly Sword, and now Hellblade, which I downloaded for Xbox One X. I think that Microsoft needed this. They really, really, really needed that. So I heard that there were some negative Nellies out there, like all of a sudden Ninja Theory is no longer legitimate. Oh, who's Ninja Theory? Never heard of them before and all that. But anything associated with Microsoft can't have a black cloud over it. You know what I mean? If you were supporting Ninja Theory when they were making PlayStation games, what's the difference in doing it now? That fanboy stuff has to stop, because with Rare being purchased by Microsoft, now Ninja Theory, and it's like, okay, they can't be bad. They can't be bad because they made that deal. Look at what Insomniac is doing with Spider-Man, and that was in retaliation because Sunset Overdrive did poorly on the Xbox. So now they did Spider-Man exclusively for PlayStation 4, and Sony fans are okay with that, but not okay with Ninja Theory being bought out. And now they're taking their talents to the Microsoft brand and getting the funding like 343 does. They can probably do things that are on an epic scale. Being a third-party developer to now being Microsoft's first party, I think they needed it. Everybody was saying Microsoft doesn't have games. They don't have games. Now they got 5 studios and Ninja Theory making first-party content for them. I want to see the narrative change going into the next generation, because when they took the power narrative away, where they put the Xbox One X out, they're like, now that's the more powerful console. Now I foresee a lot of new exclusives. And let's be honest, truth be told, all those people who are using exclusives, let me see a receipt showing that you bought all these exclusives. It's just ammo to use in that console war, and that's laughable. It should be, the argument is, hey, you know what, I enjoy the games, I don't care what or whatever, you get your first party exclusives, that's okay. For me, the argument has always been first party exclusives, bam, we're good. Third-party exclusives, I've never been a fan of that. I've never, ever been a fan of that. That's poor practice and anti-gamer. That's why, if those of you who are watching the stream, when I was doing E3, it was an hour late, but I caught the second half of it, why I got so hyped for Devil May Cry 5, that was world premiere with Xbox. It's like, everybody should have access to third-party games. So that is my thing, but going back to the whole exclusives thing, the argument is just ammo to use to get at each other. And at the end of the day, remember, guys, we're all gamers. We're all enjoying stuff. Like, I feel like there's digital segregation. And hopefully, to my last point, when they decide, or Sony decides to, break down the digital wall and allow crossplay for certain things, then, this infighting and all this, like people not happy for Microsoft because they acquired Ninja Theory, and then the fanboys are now like ditching Ninja Theory or whatnot. Like, don't do that. Don't be bitches like that. Like, I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. But make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com for the latest and greatest. Shout out to Tough Nerd Toys LLC, who ran his podcast last night. Some good content. Make sure you sub to him. Thumb Thrasher Gaming, Geeking Out, and Free Play Mode. To my other affiliates, Microsoft Store. See y'all later. Peace.